and I do have the knowledge of SQL also. Okay.
Okay.
And currently I'm associated with an organization where I'm working as a team lead for a strength of 10 people, okay, 10 employees. And this is my part-time thing. Training is a part-time thing. So daily I would be conducting 2 batches, one in the morning, one in the evening. Okay. And
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Small introduction about myself, and let us try to understand what we are going to undergo as part of our training. So here, this training is based on some highlights of our training. So here I am a real-time industry experience trainer. So it's not that in our examples also, whenever we do the practice in our systems, I'll take the example of my real-time system, which I'll explain the same thing in your training system. In that way, what the advantage you are getting is you'll be having a full understanding of how the things will be happening in the real-time system. Instead of taking some dummy examples like employee salary, okay, or sales, aeroplane, something like this. If you are working on some real-time scenario, you can apply your knowledge, the same thing. If you go for any interview also, then you can happily tell the same thing in your interview. So definitely they will be asking you, hey Sai, have you got a chance to work with any user-defined objects? Yes. So could you please explain me what was the requirement and how was your approach to it? Then you can just answer the same question what we have discussed in our classes. Okay? And we will be having our sessions with the same tool which you are logged into, the GoToMeeting. So the advantage of this tool is that I can interact with you, you can interact with me. And I can share my screen, and I can log into your system also. What is the purpose of logging into your system? Sometimes during practice you may stuck somewhere and you are not able to clarify me the doubt, express me the doubt. So at the point of time I'll ask you to, yes, I could you please share your screen so that I can dig into and find out what is actually stopping you. In that way it would be very comfortable. Okay. Another beautiful option is we have the option of recording. So every session would be recorded, every class would be recorded. For example, let me show you the class which I have done yesterday night. So 7th yesterday 8 o'clock. So this way every class would be recorded. And if very few students are there in the class, then I'll ask you to record by yourself.
Okay.
So this is recently started. So I'll just remove the volume. Okay. So this is a recently started class. So only the theory class is currently happening. From today or tomorrow onwards, we will be going with the practical classes. So this way, I would be having a good demo every day. Every day the class would be recorded in the same fashion and stored over here. Okay. Once the class is done, on the same day, within the next 30 minutes, we would be sharing with the this recording. So the advantage of this recording is when you do the practice, when you do the stuck somewhere, so while taking the class, when I am showing you the different options, it will be very easy for you to understand. But when you do the practice, at that point of time, some or other way you may stuck somewhere. Okay. So instead of waiting for the next 24 hours to the class to happen and asking the faculty, you can just refer to the video and recording and just move ahead. And also it will be future purpose also. Once the class has been done, okay, you have been searching for the job. It's been 2 months, for example. Okay. So you want to revise, just revise what we have learned as part of BWB. Then on one fine day, when you get the time, Saturday or Sunday, you can happily open the recordings. You can watch it as if you are watching any kind of movie. Make a note of the important points and just convey the same thing in your interview. So very beautiful option with respect to the recording. And we also provide some set of training material, exercises with real-time examples. So this is how my training material will look like. So for every student who takes class with me, I'd be sharing a good amount of material. So close to 2 GB of material, close to 120 files are there in these different topics. So most of my class would be based on practical scenarios only, because theoretical information we can get from anywhere. If you go to Google, just type any topic, you'll be getting hundreds of links. You can happily download the PDFs and study, no problem. I also got the information from Google itself only. Okay, but we never have the theoretical practical scenarios anywhere. So I would be focusing on the theoretical practical scenarios, and when the class is done, I would be asking you, SI, we are done with this particular topic today. So go to this folder and just study the documents. And if you have any doubts, you can contact me tomorrow. So this way, every day the classes would be going. A good amount of material. Now, so most of the students who would be taking the class with me, they are either having jobs, or they are freshers, or they want to move their career to SAP, or they are already in SAP but with a different module. So different scenarios will be coming, and people who are searching for a job after this training. So we will also help them with the resume preparation, with conducting the mock interviews also. So once the entire course is completed, we will be giving some 2 weeks of time to the student to get fully acquainted with the system, to go through all the theoretical information, to go through all the practical scenarios. Once we feel comfortable, okay, then we again ask you to invite, and we also send you some sample resumes to prepare you. Based on that, you can just go ahead with your resume. Once it is done, you can we would be conveying a mock interview. It's like a real-time interview only. I would be also conducting the interview and stating you where is your position with respect to the BWBA, what is your understandable knowledge of the BWBA. Accordingly, I would be marking you, and once it is done, I would be focusing on, okay, Sai, you need to focus on these areas. So just put some extra pressure on these areas to improve the BWBA structure. We also have this particular feature after the class is completed. If you are searching for a job, if you are already having a job, you are already into a project, you are working somewhere, no problem. It's up to you. Okay, it's like an optional thing. Okay.
Okay.
We also provide the training and demonstration with the flexible times. So if the trainer is okay, free at that point of time, and the student is also some time, then accordingly we can go ahead and the classes also.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a small introduction with respect to highlights of what we do. Let us try to understand what we are going to study as part of our course. So initially, the first 4 classes. So this is the first 4 classes as information. So in the first 4, so every day the class would be having 1 hour 13 minutes. And it would be anywhere between 28 to 30 classes, depending on how you interact with me. If you are asking me so many questions, some time would be covered, so it will go to 30 classes. Otherwise, it would be somewhere 27 or 28 classes. Okay? So in the first introduction classes, we would be getting an understanding of what is this data warehousing tool, what is this ETL tool, what is this, why data warehousing tools are used by the organizations, what if I don't have the data warehouse, what is the back-end architecture these guys are using, okay, what is the star schema, what is this extended star schema, why should I learn BWBA only, what is the importance of BWBA, why not any other tool. After this course, how will I survive in the market? How would be the job opportunities? Like this, a thorough introduction would be given with respect to the BWBA. Okay, so with this, it's not BWBA, the basic skill set over here, the basic introduction to the data warehousing part as a whole. Because wherever you go, irrespective of the tools, so this BWBA is a tool, Informatica is a tool, Data Stage is a tool, ClickView, SAP BIBW, lots of tools are there available in the market. So here the topics which we discuss are common to all of the tools. Okay. So do you have any knowledge of SQL side?
Yes.
SQL.
Yes.
Yeah. So I want to create a new table size. So what is the syntax I need to write?
Create table name.
1 minute.
CR.
Create table. Okay, table name. So for example, the table name is employee. Okay.
Yeah.
Then followed by
Open braces. Column name with the data type.
Okay, so column name. So for example, employee ID, data type, for example, tab. Okay,
Tab.
the length also we need to provide.
Yes,
Length is 5. And I know that this employee ID is a kind of column. It's like primary key kind of environment, right?
Yes.
I can uniquely identify any employee with the help of this employee ID. So
Yeah.
that is the reason I'm just designating it as a primary key.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so this is how the first column is taken. So comma.
Yeah.
Then second column. So employee name, for example.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
employee name, same characteristics, some 20. Okay, just comma, no primary.
Yeah.
Then employee date of joining. Okay,
Yeah.
date of joining. So date, I am beginning with date. So for date, you don't need to give any kind of length.
Yeah.
Automatically, the system will take that. Okay. Then employee salary is there. Then here, for example, the number. Okay, number 6, for example. So like this, I want to create a new table. So I am writing this syntax. Okay. So here, why I am creating this table? According to my requirement, this is one of my requirement. Okay. So wherein I want to have this table structure with respect to columns. So if I apply the same logic with respect to my BWBA, this entire phase is called as modeling. Okay. So modeling stands for creating the BWBA structures according to reporting requirements. So here, whenever I talk about SAP BWBA or any data warehousing tool, my ultimate goal is to show the data at the report level. That is the only final destination. Okay. So here, whatever I create, keeping in mind my reporting requirements only.
Yeah.
So here, according to my reporting requirements, I need to create a lot of SAP BWBA objects to satisfy the requirement. So that phase is called as modeling. The same logic. Here for your table requirement only, you are creating these different fields and creating this table, right? So that's how things will be going on. Yeah. My table is ready. When I execute this statement, my table is ready. What is your next duty? You would be inserting the data into this table, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what I will do? What code I need to write?
Insert statement if you want to like insert the data manually.
Okay. So insert okay, into the
into
table name again.
Employee. Yeah.
Okay.
Braces.
Then followed by the brackets. What I'll do? So employee ID, right? So I'll just go with the 100, for example. Okay.
Yeah.
And employee name is Vinay.
Yeah.
Okay. And the employee date of joining is some 22nd Jan 2014. Okay.
Yeah.
And employee salary is some 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So this way I will go with one record. The second record 200, comma, Sai, comma, some 4th February 2014, for example. Okay. Comma, then 20,000 salary.
Yeah.
So this is how I would be inserting the data. When I execute this statement, the respective data is stored into the respective table against the respective columns, right?
Yeah.
I need to ensure that the columns over here are in the same order how you are inserting the data. Okay, so that is how we should be working on. If I want to convey the same message, that is called as extraction. So in the modeling phase, what am I doing? I am creating some kind of BWBA structures.
Okay.
Once the structures are ready, I will be extracting the data, which means from the different systems and filling those structures with the data. So this part is called as extraction. Okay. So here my table structure is ready. I filled them with the data. What is my next step? I want to read the data. So what I need to do?
Select.
Okay.